Stop wasting money on overhyped gadgets you'll never use. Hey, Johannes from Gear Up Your Life here, and today I will show you 12 genius travel gadgets. For me, genius means two things. They either make your trip a lot easier, or they are so versatile that they solve problems in multiple situations. These are real essentials that are actually worth packing in 2025. Stick around because, as always, we have 4 bonus picks at the end, small upgrades that deliver a surprisingly big impact.
So our first gadget on the list is the AirFly adapter. Probably the most well-known item today, but for a very good reason. Picture this: you're on a long-haul flight, you finally pick a movie, and then the airline hands you those cheap wired headphones. The sound is bad, the cable gets tangled, and you're stuck holding your phone if you want to use your own Bluetooth earbuds. The AirFly solves all of that in seconds. You just plug it into the airplane's headphone jack, pair it once with your Bluetooth headphones, and you're set for the entire trip. No lag, no messy cables, and you can actually enjoy the sound quality of your own noise-cancelling headphones. What makes it genius is how small and reliable it is. It disappears into your tech pouch, but on every flight it completely changes the experience. You don't have to carry backup wired headphones, you don't get that cable stretched across your seat, and you get to use the gear you already own and trust. I've tested this on multiple flights, and it's one of those gadgets where you instantly realize the value the moment you try it. That's exactly the kind of upgrade I mean when I say genius travel gear. Our second genius travel gadget is something I haven't really talked about much on this channel before. It's the Geo wallet stand with Halo Lock from ESR. It's genius because it solves multiple problems at once. First, it's a slim wallet that snaps magnetically to the back of your phone, so you've always got your essential cards right where you need them. Second, it has built-in support for Apple's Find My system, which means if you ever misplace it, you can track it down just like your phone or AirPods. And third, it doubles as a phone stand. And so whether you're at the airport or in your Airbnb, you can prop up your phone for a quick movie or video call. I even came across a fun stat recently. Your phone is actually one of the least stolen items when traveling, simply because people keep it in their hand most of the time. So putting your wallet on your phone actually feels pretty logical. And if that fact turns out to be wrong, feel free to roast me in the comments. And just to be super clear, this video is absolutely not sponsored. I don't get paid to show you these products, but like with all ESR gear, we've got a special community deal. You can get 25% off site-wide with the code Johannes25ANE. Our third genius travel gadget is a USB data blocker, one of the cheapest but smartest items you can pack. Try to imagine this: you're at the airport, your battery is running low, and the only outlet you can find is one of those free public charging stations. Most travelers just plug in without thinking twice, but what many people don't realize is that those same ports can be used to steal your data while you charge. That's exactly what a data blocker prevents. It looks like a tiny USB adapter, and all it does is block the data pins, so only power flows through. Your phone charges normally, but no one can access your files or install anything without your knowledge. The best part? It costs just a few dollars, it weighs almost nothing, and you can toss it on your keychain or keep it in your tech pouch. For me, that's genius. Super affordable, incredibly useful, and it protects you in the exact moment you're most distracted while traveling. Our next gadget is the Hero Clip, and this is one I think every traveler should know about. At first glance, it just looks like a normal carabiner, but here's why it's genius. The Hero Clip flips open into a hook. That means you can hang your bag from a table at the airport cafe, keep your backpack off a dirty bathroom floor, or hook your water bottle to the outside of your carry-on. And like many of you probably know, I usually travel with a packable clothesline, which honestly could almost have its own spot on this list. Even there, the Hero Clip comes in handy, because I can hang up laundry to dry just about anywhere, almost every day. The genius part is the versatility. One tiny clip has nearly endless uses, and because it folds flat again when you're done, it disappears right back into your pack. Our next gadget is the inflatable travel pillow, and the one you see in the video right now is a simple $15 version I picked up on Amazon. It's genius because it solves one of the biggest problems on long flights: how to actually get comfortable in economy class. You can inflate it in just a few seconds and use it behind your head like a regular neck pillow, or slip it under your feet as a footrest to improve your posture. In both cases, it makes sleeping easier and takes pressure off your body. I've used this on overnight flights where every little bit of comfort makes a difference, and it's surprising how much better you feel just by having that extra support. And the best part, it packs down to almost nothing when you're not using it. Now, if you want to spend more money, of course the Turtle Pillow, which I've shown on the channel multiple times and was also excellent. But for me, that's more of a travel essential than a genius gadget, because it does one job really well, while the inflatable pillow is versatile and ridiculously affordable. Our next gadget is the foldable Bluetooth keyboard, and the one I'm using is from Samsers. Fun fact, I actually won it in a giveaway about 2 years ago, and since then it's never broken. In fact, I even wrote the first parts of this very script on it. What makes it genius is how it transforms your phone into a mini laptop. Just unfold it, connect via Bluetooth, and suddenly you can type emails, edit documents, or even write scripts anywhere, in an airport lounge, a cafe, or your Airbnb. It's light, folds down to about the size of your phone, and the battery lasts for weeks. For me, it's the perfect backup when I don't want to carry a full laptop but still need to get real work done. That mix of portability and productivity is what makes this a true genius gadget for travelers who want to stay flexible on the road. Our 7th gadget is a tool my mum was already using long before I ever thought about traveling, the mini travel iron. At first it looks almost like a toy, but it's genius because it solves a very real problem: wrinkled clothes on the road. If you're staying in an Airbnb, a hotel, or even traveling for business, you know how quickly shirts and pants get crushed in a suitcase. With a travel iron, you can smooth them out in just a couple of minutes. No laundry service needed. The one I've been testing works both as a steam and a dry iron, which makes it surprisingly versatile. I've used it on everything from button-up shirts to lightweight travel pants, and it always does the job. What makes it genius is the size to function ratio. It takes up hardly any space in your luggage, but it gives you that polished look when you actually need it most, whether it's a meeting, a dinner, or just not wanting to look like you slept in your clothes. Our next gadget is the Travel Foot Hammock, something I've actually reviewed in more detail in one of my newsletter posts before. It might look a little unusual at first, but it's genius because it instantly makes long flights more comfortable. You attach it to the tray table in front of you, slip your feet in, and suddenly you've got a little hammock for your legs. It takes the pressure off your lower back and makes it so much easier to relax or even sleep in economy class. But here's the important part. For me, it only really makes sense if it's foldable. I've seen other versions on planes that are so bulky, they almost need their own extra pouch or bag, and that completely kills the point. The foldable ones, on the other hand, pack down flat and disappear into your carry-on until you actually need them. That's the genius balance here. It's small enough to carry without thinking about it, but it can make a noticeable difference on those long-haul flights. Gadget number 9 is electrolyte sachets, one of the simplest but most effective travel upgrades you can pack. Long flights, hot destinations, or even just a day of exploring a new city can leave you completely drained. That's where electrolytes come in. You just tear open a small sachet, mix it with water, and it helps your body rehydrate much faster than water alone. I've actually been using electrolytes long before I started traveling. Back when I was 11 to 13, I was a pretty good swimmer, at least for a while, and that's when I first started using them. Later, I kept them around for running and endurance sports, and now they've become a travel essential for me. The genius part is how small and convenient they are. A couple of sachets in your carry-on can mean the difference between arriving somewhere completely exhausted or actually feeling ready to enjoy your trip. Gadget number 10 is towel clips. Something so simple, but surprisingly genius for travel. If you've ever been at the beach or on a balcony and the wind keeps blowing your towel away, you know how annoying that can be. With towel clips, you just snap them onto the corners and your towel stays exactly where you want it. No more chasing it across the sand or having it flap around while you're trying to relax, but they're more versatile than most people think. I've used them to clip wet clothes to a railing when I didn't have a clothesline, to keep curtains shut in a hotel room, and even to seal up snack bags in my backpack. They're light, cheap, and basically indestructible. That's what makes them genius. A tiny piece of plastic or metal that ends up solving half a dozen small but frustrating problems when you're traveling. Gadget number 11 is the portable UV toothbrush sanitizer. And this is one for all the clean freaks out there, myself included. If you've ever stayed in a hostel, a shared Airbnb, or even just a hotel bathroom, you know the toothbrush always ends up sitting in a less than ideal spot. This little case uses UV light to sanitize your brush after each use, so you don't have to worry about what it's been exposed to. It's small, rechargeable, and clips right onto the head of your toothbrush. I found it especially useful when I'm moving around a lot. It keeps things hygienic without taking up extra space in my dopp kit. And stick around, because after this, I've still got 4 bonus gadgets coming up that are absolutely worth checking out. So our last gadget is a collapsible travel kettle. And if you know me, you know I couldn't finish a video without including either something collapsible or something coffee related. So in this case, I combined both. It's genius because it gives you the freedom to make your own hot drinks anywhere. Early morning in an Airbnb, late night in a hotel room, or even just boiling water to stay safe when you're traveling in countries where the tap water isn't always drinkable. The silicone design folds down almost flat, so it takes up hardly any space in your bag. Yet when you expand it, you've got a real electric kettle that works just like the one at home. For me, it's the perfect mix of comfort and practicality. You get your coffee, your tea, even instant noodles if you need them, without relying on whatever the accommodation provides. And with that, we've wrapped up the 12 main gadgets. But don't go anywhere, because I've still got 4 bonus picks that are quick, clever, and definitely worth sticking around for.
But before we jump into the bonus gadgets, I want to invite you to something even more genius than any single item on this list. My free community newsletter. When you sign up, you'll instantly get the Gear Vault Bundle, a database of 75 plus tested travel gadgets, 8 complete packing guides in 20 25 tip cards designed to make every trip smoother. Think of it as your personal travel toolkit, the same way these genius gadgets solve problems on the road. The bundle helps you stay one step ahead before you even leave. So with that said, let's dive into the 4 bonus gadgets I picked for you.
Our first bonus gadget is a pair of foldable sunglasses, and sunglasses are already a must-have when traveling, but foldable ones take it to another level. These from Foldies fold down to half the size, slip into a tiny case and disappear into your bag. It's genius because they give you full protection and style without wasting any space, perfect for anyone trying to pack light. Our second bonus gadget is a MagSafe power bank, and this one from Anker is probably the most convenient way to keep your phone charged on the go. It snaps right onto the back of your iPhone, no cables needed, it's slim, portable, and charges while you're still using your phone. Genius because it eliminates the one thing everyone hates about power banks, the messy cord dangling out of your pocket. Our third bonus gadget is a refillable perfume atomizer, a tiny capsule that lets you bring your favorite fragrance anywhere. You just pump it directly from your big bottle at home and you've got 5 milliliters ready for any trip. It's genius because it keeps you fresh on the road without dragging heavy glass bottles through airport security. And our fourth bonus gadget is something a little unusual. Beach powder from BOPLYBAY, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You sprinkle it on your skin and it removes sand instantly. No water, no towel needed. I've tested it on hot beach days, and it's genius how something so simple can save you from dragging half the beach back into your car or Airbnb.
So now that we've gone through these 12 genius travel gadgets, I think it would be just as genius for you to check out my list of 17 real travel essentials right here on the channel. And don't forget, next Sunday we're kicking off the 5,000 subs special giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed and ready for that.